There was one female Starbucks manager. She had a regular customer. Her name was Irene. Irene was a woman in her 80s who was a school teacher. She nicely dressed and perfectly attired. Every morning, Irene walks to a Starbucks coffee shop holding the hand of another gentleman who is also well dressed and in 80s. They had the same ritual every morning. Every day they order a tall cup of coffee, 2 cups, 1 pastry and 2 forks. They sit on the same table every morning. They share their pastry and have coffee while having an intimate conversation. It seems they do have a very rich relationship. One day the manager noticed Irene is no longer showing up in the coffee shop because she is a manager who truly cares for her customers, who truly loves for her customers, who carefully observes her customers. One day she went to the bank and saw Irene. But Irene was not beautifully dressed and perfectly attired. Irene was looking sad. Irene was looking confused. Irene was looking depressed. The manager walked up to Irene. Irene, we have not seen you at the coffee shop last few weeks. You usually come there every morning. Is everything all right with you? She said, not everything is all right. What happened, Irene? How can I help you? Irene took a deep breath and started talking very sadly. Do you know the man I usually come in with to the coffee shop was my husband. He got a massive heart attack and passed away. Now I am alone. I am confused and I don't know what to do. The manager was deeply moved with this message. She said, Irene, I'm really sorry to hear that. Why don't you come to coffee shop and have a cup of coffee? Irene looked at the manager with confusion and asked, but with whom I have it? Manager said, oh Irene, I will have it with you. Then the 2 human beings came back to coffee shop, ordered a tall cup of coffee, 2 cups, 2 forks and a pastry. They both sat on the same place where Irene used to sit with her husband. They shared the pastry, had the coffee with a long and intimate conversation. At the end of the conversation, Irene felt so relaxed and refreshed because she was able to fume out most of her negative emotions and the sadness through this intimate conversation. What a great manager, what a great leader, what a great human being. You may be a banking professional, you may be a teacher, you may be a police officer, you may be a CEO, you may be a manager, you may be a co-worker, or you may be a street sweeper. It doesn't matter whatever the title you hold. Please remember, we are dealing with human beings. We are giving our services to human beings. Humans are emotional creatures. They do have feelings. The quality of your service is determined by how you make them feel through your service. You don't need to implement sophisticated systems, spending millions of money to create wonderful feelings. You don't need to have impressive titles to create wonderful feelings. You don't need to have to acquire so much skills and knowledge to create wonderful feelings. If you can use common sense, and if you can understand the emotions of another human being, maybe a customer or maybe a co-worker, and if you can make them feel better than you found them, you are a leader. You are a true leader. We need more managers like a Starbucks manager. We need more leaders like a Starbucks manager. We need more human beings like a Starbucks manager. And if you want to bring your organization to the next level, and if you want to bring your organization to the world-class level, that's a must. Finally, I like to end this video with a quote of Maya Angelou. People may forget what you say. People may forget what you do. But no one will ever forget how you make them feel. Good luck for you. Hi, this is Kitsiri. Hope you get great value from this video. Please share and like this video, comment below and subscribe to my channel. I'll offer you more videos like this to improve your personal and professional life.